Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jeremy from Disc Golf Deals USA. Today, we're going to look at what I think 3 of the most underrated drivers out there are, and we're going to throw them in multiple plastics. Let's see how they fly. Let's go. Today, we're going to look at 3 drivers which I think kind of fly under the radar a little bit, maybe because they've got older brothers that are a little bit more popular, but these are all great, fantastic discs, and we're going to check them out. All right, first up is the Vanish. Numbers on a Vanish are 11, 5, -3, 2. One reason I think the Vanish flies under the radar is because of the flight numbers. Flight numbers are not accurate on this disc at all. It's a little bit more stable than what the -3, 2 tells you, and it's a fantastic driver. Next up is the Salt. Now, numbers on a Salt are 12, 5, -1, 3, basically destroyer numbers, but don't let that fool you. This is actually a crushing disc that gives you a nice flip to it. It's not like an overstable destroyer type disc. This is a sneaky, sneaky disc. Next up is the Shrike. Numbers on the Shrike are 13, 6, -2, 2. Now this disc is a crusher for sure. I think it gets overshadowed by the Mamba and the Destroyer a little bit, but if you can get a nice Shrike, this thing will go for days. Well, enough talking. Let's go test these out. All right, first up, we're gonna throw the Vanish. I got it in a couple different plastics. We got Total Eclipse, we got brand new Eclipse, and then we also have the Proton Soft one that we had from OTB Run 2 years ago. So let's try these out. Let's go with the OTB one first. Yeah, like I said, does that look like a -3 disc to you at all? Not at all. Flies closer to like a Destroyer than it does anything that's a -3 disc. Man, this thing is a crusher. Now let's do the Gyropalooza 24 Vanish that we got in the Gyropalooza box. There we go. Look how laser straight that is. Nice flare skip. Let's go. That is not a -3 disc. And then this is our most recent release, the Eclipse Vanish. Yeah, look how stable that is. Flare skip. Let's go. And that right there, guys, is exactly why I think this flies under the radar. The flight numbers on this do not do it justice at all. It's definitely a nice, dead straight flying driver with a good hookup at the end. Now, let's check out the Shrike. Again, numbers on the Shrike are 13, 6, -2, 2. I got it in a couple different plastics. I got a nice star version and a couple glow versions. One that's kind of domey, one that's a little flatter. Let's go with the star one first. There we go. Nice, straight, flying disc. Good hookup at the end. Yeah, when everybody looks at a Destroyer or discs that have numbers like a Destroyer, they're expecting it to fly just like that did. Shrike with the -2, 2 really flies more like a Destroyer should for arm speeds like me. There we go. That had a nice -2 turn on it with a nice 2 fade. Perfect. Yeah, nice -2 turn. Nice solid fade. That's great. Yeah, I did a review on these Proto Glow Shrikes not too long ago. Definitely flying like the numbers, but don't be scared of that -2. Definitely has the fade to bring it back. Now we're gonna go up a touch more stable. Let's check out the Salt. Salt is from Clash Disc. Numbers on a Salt are 12, 5, -1, 3. Both of the ones I have are in tone plastic. We got one with the sweet dye job here. Nice pink one. They're both about the same dominess. All right, let's crush it. There we go. Had a little hyzer on that one, but wow. Nice stable disc. Try to get this one a little flatter. There we go. Nice and flat. Good solid fade at the end. Let's go. All right, the reason why I think this one is a little bit under the radar is this thing really does crush, especially in the tone plastic. Feel like it gets overshadowed by a lot of other Destroyer models, but this is a good, solid crushing disc, and that tone plastic has great grip on it. Even in the wet summer, winter, can still get good solid grip, which is going to give you that nice snap. Yes, it is a little bit more stable than those other 2 discs that we were throwing, but it's a crusher. I'd love to do a follow-up video to this. So if you guys have a driver that you think kind of flies under the radar, doesn't get enough respect, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll include it. All right, all these kind of ended up in the same spot. I would say the Shrikes went a little bit further, probably just because they were getting a little bit more turn out of them, but man, all three of these bomb. All right, we're gonna do another set of throws. We do have a little bit of a wind coming this way, nothing big, about 5 miles an hour, but let's start with the Shrikes first. Yeah, loving that. Oh my goodness. All right, now I did look at that Star Shrike. It is 166 grams. The other two the glow ones, these ones are more max weight. Let's see how they handle the crosswind here. There we go. That wind's just getting under the flight plate, pushing it a little more to the right. All right, gave that a little more height. That should be a bomber. Let's go. Loving it. All right, a little pro tip there. Working the wind. I had two discs that kind of turned and burned over to the right a little too much. They were too low to kind of get the full flight. So I made an adjustment, threw it a little bit higher. We got the turn, but then it had the height to kind of fight out of it. So if you're having issues like that, give the disc a little bit more height. It'll crush. All right, now let's throw the Vanish. All right, we're gonna start with the Proton Soft. Now this is 160 grams. It's in the Proton Soft plastic. See how it holds up in this crosswind also. There, had a little bit more height. Yeah, man, I love that disc so much. That thing crushes. Reminded me when I was doing the reviews of these not too long ago about how much I really love that Vanish. All right, let's go to the Eclipses. Oh, let's go gyro. Let's go. Oh, that is the perfect max distance shot. All right, here's our newest run of the Eclipse. Yeah, getting that good turn. It's got enough stability to fight out of it. Let's go. Yeah, don't sleep on the Vanish. This Vanish is super good. Nothing like the -3.2 for sure. Definitely more stable. All right, now, speaking of stable, let's bump up to the Salt. Now, both of these salts are 175 grams. They should definitely be able to handle this crosswind. Oh, does it handle it? It doesn't even care. Loving it. Looking for a good, stable distance driver. This is it. All right, this one, I think it should be able to handle a little Anheuser. Even with this wind, the wind has kind of died down a little bit. So let's try to giving it a little Annie. Yes, and that's why I love the Salt. Look at that stability, pushing forward. Such a great disc. Let's do one more set of shots and close this out. Okay, now I want to hear all the people who bag Salts, Vanishes, and Shrikes. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments. And why do you love the disc so much? All right, last set of shots we're going to do with these. We're going to kind of tailor it to each disc because these all fly kind of different. I didn't pick them because they do fly the same. I picked them because I thought they were a little underrated. So Shrike, definitely a little more flippy than some of the other discs. So I think one of the great things with this disc, unlike the other ones, is we can put it a little bit on a hyzer, have it flip up, pop up, get some really good distance. So let's try that. We're gonna do a little hyzer flip up. Look at that, popped up to flat. Oh, am I just gonna ace it? Holy cow, hit the basket. And like I said, that is why this disc is so underrated. Man, such a great disc. All right, now let's go with the Salts. These actually sneakily are really good on forehand, which we haven't done yet. So let's do a little forehand bomb with this one. Look at how stable that is. And this thing just crushes. Wow, great stability, pushing forward. And that is yet another reason why I love the Salt. Fantastic on forehands. Now, let's do the Vanish. Reason why I love the Vanish is because I feel like it's one of those discs you can just put it on a line and you know it's gonna pretty much end on that line. So we're just gonna go nice and flat with these. Got great stability. Started a little bit to the right. Should end up pretty close to that basket. Look at that stability. Gets a little turn and then the hookup. Let's go. Love the Vanish so much. Latest run of Eclipse Vanish. We're gonna get another basket hit. Oh, that is a crusher. Well guys, if you're looking for some great drivers, whether it's a slightly flippy one that you can get some nice long distance hyzer flip up shots like the Shrike, or more middle of the road where you get a nice kind of -1 turn with a 2 fade. Don't believe the numbers. Check out the Vanish. Or if you're looking for something a little more stable that can handle some high-speed arms and some forehand torque, you should check out the Salt. These are all kind of fun. Like I said, what I think underrated drivers are out there. If you have some recommendations for some other underrated discs, let me know. Maybe I'll do a follow-up and include your discs. If you're looking to get any discs like these or other discs, head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA. Till I see you next time, peace out.